Hi guys, my name is Yatia and welcome back to Living Life with Your Favorite Nurse. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and join the family. And if you're one of my returning subscribers, welcome back. So guys, today is my 25th birthday. Honestly, I'm just so grateful for family, friends, the people I have in my life, everything that God has given me. Honestly, it has been a great 25 years. At times difficult, which I feel is normal in everybody's life. But honestly, I'm just so grateful for the life that I have. So I saw a lot of different posts on YouTube when I was looking, what I should do for my 25th video, birthday, whatever video. So I saw that people do 25 things they learned in the 25 years that they were living. I don't have 25 things to say because I don't know, I just haven't learned that much. I've learned a lot, but I was like, let me just do 5 because 25 is a lot. Like, that's just a lot. That's a lot. So yeah, I'm basically gonna let you guys in on 5 things that I've learned through the 25 years of my life. So the first thing is that things don't always turn out the way you want them to. And this one I feel like I've really seen that or learned that in the past like 2 years, especially through the pandemic. And I feel like it's more with my faith and just kind of like knowing that like the plans that I have for myself might not be God's plan. Although I may want something, I may think I need something, God might be like, no, you actually don't. So it's kind of just realizing that and being okay with that. That doesn't mean like, oh, you won't be sad, or you're like, I really do think that I should have this, or that I need this, or that I want this. But it's about kind of just realizing that you don't. And again, whatever God has in store for you is the best thing for you. So although yes, sad at times, just know that there's something better coming. And there are things to look forward to, but it doesn't mean you're not allowed to be sad. But that's definitely something, like I said, in the past like 1 year or 2 years that I feel like has really hit me. Number 2, I would say always make time for yourself, self-care, but basically always make time for yourself. And that's something like I feel I've always known or always thought, but again, these last 2 years were just a lot. And this is actually something maybe I could have done better or been better at during school, at least through my undergrad. Like, I don't think I cared for myself as much as I do now. So I guess in that time of my life, definitely taking care of myself might have been better, because I just remember not being down all the time, but just really feeling stressed out, which is a normal thing when you're doing undergrad or when you're in school. But I feel like if I took more breaks and like told myself to relax and was just there for myself, it would have been a little bit better. But I feel like I'm a lot better at that now. Like if I see like I'm heading to a breakdown, or if I feel like my energy is just really low, like you know me, I'm going to go take a nap, I'm going to go relax, I'm going to go do something, I'm going to watch something, I'm going to talk to people that make me feel good. I am just going to do something for myself. So I do that really well. So that's something definitely I would suggest that people do. Like, also try not to let yourself get to that point when you're gonna break down. Like if you see that you're stressed out, you're overwhelmed, you're not feeling well, like take a second. Figure out what you can do for yourself, relax, and then get back to whatever is stressing you. But one thing that I've just learned is that like when I'm not at my best, I can't give my best. So what's the point? Like, why give something that's like half-assed if I could, be better at something or do it like when I'm totally there, opposed to just not doing it well because I am not well. So I'd say another thing that I learned is it's actually okay to say no, and that's saying no in so many different situations. I feel like before I'd really focus on like not wanting to disappoint people, or just trying to say yes as much as I can. For example, like let's say someone wants to hang out today, I'm not feeling well, or I have so much schoolwork to do, or I just have so many things going on, but just the fact that let's say I don't want to say no, I might do it. And that might mean like I'm behind on schoolwork, or I'm going out and I'm like barely able to talk because I'm not feeling well, or just like things are going on. So I feel like basically in the past couple years, just realizing that sometimes like you actually do need to say no. Like it's not like you're saying no every day, you're not trying to have fun, or just in any instance. Like it also doesn't mean like you don't want to help people, but sometimes like even like when I would have like job interviews, I'm like, oh, I can never say no. I still tell them I can never say no, and like I'll take on more things. But sometimes it's even realizing like I'm actually like doing so many things right now. Let me just do this stuff, let me complete this stuff, and then I can help you. But it's not just like, no, I'm never gonna help you, or stuff like that. But basically, if you get my point, it's okay to say no. Another thing that I've also learned was that don't worry about things that you cannot control. Absolutely, like this one is so me. Like I'm the type of person that I can just sit there and think about all the ways that something can go wrong, and just like give myself anxiety and just like think for hours. But like I feel like I've gotten so much better at it, because I remember at church one time, my pastor missus was preaching, and she was like, what she said, she was basically saying like, tell yourself like, what's the worst thing that can happen? And when you think about that, like, is the worst thing that could happen really the worst thing that could happen? Like, is that really something that you should be giving yourself anxiety over? So sometimes I tell myself like you can't control any of this stuff. Like, don't bother yourself trying to control something that you can't. What's the worst thing that can happen? So it's kind of just like letting it go. Obviously like anxiety is a hard thing, and like we overthink as human beings because we're human beings, but trying to sit back and just legit being like, I really can't control any of this stuff. Let me let things play out. Let me see how things go. But just, I'm losing years sitting here thinking about something that I really can't fix. So instead, let me do something with my time, instead of like digging a hole of anxiety of stuff that like, again, I can't do anything about. And the last thing that I definitely learned in these past 25 years is that you won't always receive what you give. I've seen this among friends, in the workplace, just communicating with people. As long as like you deal with people, you're a human and you interact with other people, this kind of comes up, that at the fact that you might treat someone really well, you might love them and take care of them, or just whatever, doesn't mean they're gonna do that back for you. Doesn't mean you're gonna receive that. Like even at work, like you can be like the nicest person to, let's say, your manager, does not mean he or she will treat you that way. Even like with my patients, I can do things like bend over backwards to help them, whether it's remote on the phone or, you know, working in person, and they can still be rude to you. They can still say racist comments to you. They can still try to hit you. Like they can do anything to you, no matter how amazing you are, no matter how amazing of a nurse you are. So I've just noticed, like, although I might give out love or peace or be kind, I'm not saying I'm that all the time, but I may give that out and I may not get any of that back. But doesn't mean you still can't do that. You know, doesn't mean you should change yourself and be a mean person back, or stop loving people or stop caring for them just because how they treat you. Maybe before I'd be like, you're gonna treat me bad, I'm gonna treat you bad, but it's just like loving people no matter what. As difficult as it is, it's very difficult. I'm still working on it, and it can be draining. It can be very draining. But I would just say, acknowledging that I'm not gonna get everything back that I give, and that's okay. It's okay. All right, guys, so those were the 5 things that I learned this past 25 years of my life, and I feel like they were good little lessons to learn in this life. I think so. So like I said, today's my birthday. Feel free to pray for me. We all need prayers in our life. I also accept gifts. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you also just for the love on this channel, for all the new subscribers, for all the likes, for all the comments. I appreciate it. This channel would be nothing without everyone that watches it. So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a blessed and amazing week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on my birthday or whenever you watch this. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Have a blessed week and keep living life from your favorite nurse.